Today, I am joined by Karl Schoemaker, the brains behind Karl Schoemaker's photography, and he is here to leave us inspired as well as to awaken our imaginations by taking us through his journey into the photography industry, and as well as all the beautiful photographs that he has taken on all the destinations that he's went to, right? And he's right here in studio with me today. Karl, thank you so much for honoring the invitation and coming here today.
You're very welcome. It's cool to be here.
How are you today?
Nice surprise.
Right. So you started your photography career in Johannesburg, and I know that you went into corporate, but found your love again. You found your feet back into your first love, right? Now, I want us to take us through the entire journey.
The entire journey. Oh, wow. I suppose that starts at varsity.
Okay.
Studied photography at Rhodes under Obi Oberholzer. Very, very fortunate to study under that. He's a great photographer.
Indeed.
Probably one of the South Africa's best ever.
Yes.
And obviously my work was very, very influenced by him. Then because those were the days, I did my national service. I was a photographer in the Air Force, where I learned how to do aerial photography. I was very fortunate to land my ass in the butter there. And then into the workforce. Worked in a studio for a while as an assistant. In Johannesburg. Then I left the photography industry I'm not going to go into dates.
Okay. No problem.
Give my age away. And I went into the world of IT. And eventually I landed back in photography in the mining industry. For Goldfields of South Africa. I was their in-house photographer in the mines, which was a new thing for me because I wanted to be back into photography.
Yes.
But it was an eye-opener because it's underground mining. It was a
hectic.
whole new field for me.
Yes.
I did that for a while. Then things happen with Goldfields. Corporates, they break apart. They come back together. They belong to somebody else. And I discovered the internet, and I went back into IT in the mining industry.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Now, I want to know, what camera gear do you prefer using, especially when you're traveling?
Okay, my first camera was a Nikon FM2. I still have it, which I trained on. Still works.
All right.
And so I've stuck with the brand.
Okay.
I think once you're on a brand, you stick with a brand because to change completely to another brand is just for some people unaffordable.
All right.
So, but during my time, I've also shot on Pentax 6.7s and Hasselblad. When I moved to Port Elizabeth to come back to photography full time, which was in end of 2008, and my business then I started in 2009. Then I was shooting on digital Nikon and digital Hasselblad.
All right.
Now it's only Nikon.
Okay, so you just
No. To upgrade the Hasselblad was just too expensive.
Okay,
And it's
valid.
not worth it.
Valid. Now I want to know, how do you approach lighting and other aspects of photography, especially when you're doing like different types of photo shoots and all that kind of stuff?
It's quite varied, actually. It depends what kind of shoot you're using and what genre. If I'm shooting on location and things like, I prefer available light.
All right.
I shoot with available light as much as possible. I find that more beautiful.
Okay.
If the light becomes a bit of an issue, I might use a fill-in, take in a studio head or something. In studio, obviously I shoot with studio lights. I just came from a shoot now, which was a product shoot.
Yes.
Which all location based, and there I took little LED panels with me just to throw in additional light.
Right. Okay.
It wasn't the primary light or the main light in the shoot. Most of the light I was using was natural light coming through a window.
Okay.
But then I used little Godox M1 LED panels just to add little highlights here and there and to warm up one of the areas as well.
All right, and I think what you're saying is it varies and it depends on the type of place you're shooting and the things that you need.
And what it's for as well. If it's a commercial shoot, sometimes they want something nice and crisp.
Okay.
And nice and clean.
Okay.
So therefore, like 9 times out of 10, studio lighting would be better.
Okay.
And on location, a mixture of the two. My main income earner is mining photography.
All right.
And there, it's different.
It's
a different game. Yeah.
All right. Valid. Now, could you please share with us a memorable shoot, or rather a very challenging one?
Oh, wow. Okay. Challenging one. Actually, that's easy. I did one late last year. and only recently put it up on my Instagram.
Okay.
Because I had to wait for the magazine to be published because obviously it's embargoed.
Valid.
So it came out late last year, so early this year I could start putting it out. It was a cover shot for Splitting Image, which is a client of mine. It's a taxidermy company. These guys are next level, so talented. And they get me in to do their magazine cover every year.
Okay.
And it's really cool because they allow me a lot of creative freedom. So the idea of the actual cover itself, they don't come to me with that. We brainstorm that together and figure it out together. And a lot of the time, it's a mixture of all of us. And that I shot almost like a type of night at the museum sort of feel, which I shot in our main public library down in Govan and Becky, which I got a hold of the municipality. They gave me access to it, gave me permission, and we shot it there. What made it challenging and tricky was the size of the place and to light it, because I needed to use studio lights here to light it, and the combination of some of the lighting that's already in the library. And then getting the animals correct, the subjects correct. So it took about 3 months of planning and preparation for the shoot. To go in it multiple times to measure up, test the lighting, figure it out. But more importantly, decide on where the taxidermied animals were going to be, what positions they were going to be in. A lot of them we used what they had, which was fantastic, it was perfect. But the main features we actually mounted specifically for the shoot at Splitting Image. And it was just... But if you go on my Instagram, you'll see there's a video on it. On the making.
All right. Yeah. Now, Karl, I want to know, how important is it for you to keep on learning the latest trends of photography?
I think it's very important. You don't stop learning.
Yeah.
And the day you stop learning is the day you go into a furnace.
Yes, definitely.
So, yeah, it's keeping up. It's talking to other photographers, friends of mine, seeing what they're doing, what they're up to, being online, watching vlogs. Watching vlogs.
Vlogs.
Hello. So, yeah, if you don't keep up, you get left behind. It's as simple as that.
That's true. And do you perhaps have a go-to shot list, especially when you're doing like your mine shoots and other different types of shoots?
No, I wouldn't say I have a go-to shot list.
Okay.
Every shoot is different, especially when you're doing commercial shots and that. And a shot list is something you get from your client. You'll sit with your client and discuss with them, and then they'll give you a shot list of what they're expecting, which gives me, so I know at the minimum what I need to deliver.
Okay.
So that's plus a bit extra. You mentioned mining. On mining, yes, I've done it for so long that I know exactly where to go, what to do, what to get.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And I think off air we were having a chat, and I spoke to you about viewing your going through your Instagram and on your personal pages, and I saw how incredible your work is. I must say that your work is beautiful.
Thank you.
But I want to know, how do you use those moments you've captured and as a way of telling a story?
Nice one. Cool question. The beauty about photography and most art is that every image should be telling a story, and it should be telling its own story.
Definitely.
Any artist, hopefully, will give you their background story and why they created that painting or why they took that photograph and all the rest of it. But to be honest, all that really matters is the person who's looking at that image and what story they get out of it. I think that's more important than anything else.
Wow. My last one to you. Thank you so much for that. My last one to you. I know that you're very busy, so I can't keep you in as much as I want to continue with the conversation, but I know. What advice would you give to someone that wants to improve their skills in the photography industry?
First of all, the obvious, don't stop taking photos. Always carry on. Even if you come up with something that's like really horrible, you learn from that.
Yes.
If you make mistakes, you learn from that. And the beauty about the digital cameras is that you can actually go in there into the metadata and see exactly what settings you used and how and what you did. So you can learn from that and know how to correct that as well. So don't stop taking photos.
All right.
And improve your skills. Well, you're going to improve your skills by doing that.
Yeah. So make mistakes and just keep on improving on that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Thank you so much, Carl. It's been an honor, and I've had a great conversation with you. I don't know about you, but it's been very nice and inspiring to have you in studio with us today. So thank you so much. And where can people find you?
My studio is on Stanley Street, 3 Stanley Street in Richmond Hill, and my website's carlphoto.co.za.
All
It's
right.
Carl with a K.
All right. Thank you so much,
Cool.
Carl.
And thank you.
Thank you.